As the representative of Oxford, Michigan, I cannot believe that I am here again doing this 15 months later. And I am filled with rage that we have to have another press conference to talk about our children being killed in their schools. And I would say that you either care about protecting kids or you don't. You either care about having an open, honest conversation about what is going on in our society or you don't. But please don't tell me you care about the safety of children if you're not willing to have a conversation about keeping them safe in a place that should be a sanctuary. Now, the Spartan community is incredibly connected and proud. We've already seen people come together. But for me, the most haunting picture of last night was watching the cameras pan through the crowds and seeing a young person wearing an Oxford Strong sweatshirt. The sweatshirts that were handed out after those kids lived through a school shooting 15 months ago. And we have children in Michigan who are living through their second school shooting in under a year and a half. If this is not a wake-up call to do something, I don't know what is. In the meantime, I feel confident that our law enforcement is doing everything that they can to understand the situation. I'm thrilled that federal law enforcement is on scene, bringing their resources to the fight. We're not going to rest until we understand. But I think the fact that we're having this conference so quickly after another mass shooting in our state should be a statement in and of itself.
You know, but it's a college shooting, right? At least it's a college shooting. It wasn't an elementary school, and that's something, isn't it? No, it isn't. Okay, so, you know, I mean, obviously people have made a choice, and the choice is this hunk of metal and the little bullets that go in it over, you know, living, breathing children who obviously, you know, survived a school shooting and long enough to take their SATs, get admitted to Michigan State, go there, and then have their second school shooting, which all but 3 survived. So, you know, the right wing's going to make that argument. But only 3, you know, I mean, you're talking about a campus of 50,000 kids, 50,000 and 3 died. So what? So what? It's 3 kids. And I'm like, yeah, but they did their homework and they stayed, you know, they didn't go out and they stayed in and they studied and they made it to, you know, a good school. And, you know, yeah, but, you know, 50,000 of them didn't. You know that's coming. You know that's their argument. You know that's what they're going to say because they're in love with weapons. They're in love with them. They think that the Second Amendment did not, you know, call for a well-regulated militia if necessary to preserve a free state from, you know, the federal government. That's what the Second Amendment was about. That you should have a state militia, which we have. It's called the National Guard, okay? But that's what the Second Amendment was about. And they have decided that, no, the Second Amendment is about giving, Cletus and bikers, you know, who want to run methamphetamine, okay, through Kentucky, the right to, be armed while they're doing it. And that's what they think. And there's nothing that's going to get them off of that position. There's no language you can show them because it's in black and white, you know. It is a provisional amendment, the Second Amendment. It's not a, it's not a mystery that it's saying, hey, listen, if you need a well-regulated militia, how do I know that? Because it says being necessary. So if you need a militia, let it be a well-regulated one. Let it have musters. You know, let it meet. Let it. The way that the ammunition is stored is that you want your little pellets in little bags. Okay, and you have to have them inspected for the purpose of being in a well-regulated militia. You need regulations. So we're going to regulate everything, including, how you carry the ammunition and when we can inspect it and when you show up for muster and, what's involved in that. And then once you have that, then there is no right of the people to keep and bear arms. See, because it's a provisional. But anyway, there is nothing that I can say. There is nothing you can say. There is nothing anybody can say to people who are gun nuts. There is nothing that you could say. I mean, legitimate gun owners are disgusted with this. People who have guns in their houses for hunting or gun. I don't think they have a problem with storing their guns safely. I just don't. I really don't. And that's another aspect of this. You know, we need some safe storage rules. Hello. But I think, you know, that truly the background checks, obviously we need them, but I want real ones. I want legit ones. I want the kind that you have to get when you get a security clearance in the United States. Just so you know, if you were ever in the military and you ever had a security clearance for any damn thing. Now, I'm not talking about, you know, anything beyond a need to know. Just in your wheelhouse, there were certain parts of your job that, you know, used, you know, classified types of equipment or classified types of ammunition or a classified radar system. You know, not everything is, you know, a spycraft. Some things are just classified because we want the technology kept close to the vest, right? But if you ever had to get a security clearance, whether it was for civilian, law enforcement or the FBI, you know, something like that, or military, you know that they go and talk to your neighbors. They go and talk to your neighbors before they can trust you with information, which is the coin of the realm, but not with weaponry. Not with the weaponry, okay? Any lunatic, fringy weirdo can go buy a semi-automatic pistol, can go buy a long gun, can go buy a magazine that'll hold 100 just have at it. Help yourself. It's a buffet of violence. Manja, everybody. Yeah, and the reason why it came to my mind is because I'm watching, they're reporting on this shooter, this last shooter, 43-year-old man, not a kid, okay? So you can't say, oh, it was video games, or oh, it was mental illness, or his parents sucked. No, this is a 43-year-old man, okay, who was not associated with this university in any way, shape, or form, had no connection to it. Apparently his mother died. So far, this is the story. His mother died, and he was raging. He was so angry. I don't know, you know, what the story is going to end up being, but this is the one that we have right now, and this is the one that put this idea in my head. So his mother died. Now, he left a note. I don't know what the hell the note says, but something about wiping out Lansing. You know, this is anger, you know, exponential anger. But this guy was known to his neighbors and his dad to be a guy who loved guns entirely too much and shouldn't have them. They called him a real hellraiser. They said he would open the back door of his little house and he would shoot out the door. And everybody in the neighborhood knew this guy was bat crap. They knew he had anger issues. I'm sure there's somebody in your neighborhood that you know that fits that bill. I know there's one in my neighborhood. We all tell each other, don't go near him. Just don't go near him. He's a psycho. Everybody knows. If there was a real background check done on him, and they came to me and they said, should, neighbor X have, I would say, are you freaking kidding me? He shouldn't have a golf club, okay? He shouldn't have a chainsaw, this guy. You want to give him bullets and ammo and a long... No. Don't have time to listen to the live show? Want to hear more on your schedule? Go to randyrhodes.com and buy a stinking podcast.